It's been said that the way to get what you want is not to force it. But without external pressure, will you even try? Author Daniel Pink suggests there are other motivations driving human behavior. In his book Drive, he discusses extrinsic and intrinsic motivation, revealing that carrots and sticks aren't as effective as we think. Instead, he outlines three key pillars that naturally drive our behavior: autonomy, mastery, and purpose. And I want you to think about how they might apply to your life. If you want to learn how to design your work and your habits so they fuel your intrinsic motivation, you've come to the right place. So let's explore these three pillars and see how you can use them to make changes faster and more effectively. We're going to walk through each of these pillars, hearing stories from the book, learning some explanation points, understanding why they matter, and then also taking action in the moment so that you can start seeing the benefits immediately. Let's get started. Starting with the big picture, Pink summarizes decades of research in a simple model. Beyond basic needs like food, safety, and belonging, traditional rewards often backfire. Think about a piece of work you were dreading. Your manager offered an incentive. Did that motivate you? Or did it just confirm your perception that your boss doesn't trust you? For complex tasks and long-term engagement, intrinsic motivation is more effective. That's lasting motivation arising when you have control. You pursue improvement, and when you connect to something bigger. So that's autonomy, mastery, and purpose. We'll deep dive into each of those, but first, I want to hear from you. As we walk through these three pillars of motivation, I want you to reflect on your current goals and commitments. Pause the video, grab a pen and paper, and consider how you can apply these principles to your life. Now moving on to Pillar 1, autonomy. Don tells a story about a developer who, after 15 years at a company, was feeling burnt out and demotivated. His manager gave him a radical assignment: choose whatever technology you want and build anything you want for 2 weeks. Excited by this newfound freedom, the developer built an internal tool that streamlined team workflows, saving everyone countless hours. When employees feel they have control over their work, great things happen. So now let's talk about how to find that sense of control. In any project or task, look for areas where you can say, "I will do it my own way." This could involve the task itself, when you do it, or how you approach it. Even small choices help you feel more in control. Maybe you decide to carve out a few hours this weekend to work on that passion project that you've been putting off. You identify a task that you'll do your own way and write it down. Speaking of writing things down, I'd love to hear from you. Right now, jot down one task you'll do your own way tomorrow. Write it down and be prepared to share in the comments later. Okay, let's move on to Pillar 2, mastery. Dawn shares the story of a musician who wanted to master the guitar. She practiced for hours every day, focusing on specific techniques, getting feedback and refining her craft over years. Through consistent practice and reflection, she became an exceptional guitarist. Let's think about how we can apply this idea of mastery to our lives. First, break your skill into clear elements. What are the parts that make up the whole? Second, set small improvement goals. Aim to get 1% better each day or master one aspect of the skill. Third, schedule focused practice sessions. Dedicate uninterrupted time to practice and build feedback loops into your process. Once you've got your plan, put it into action. Choose one skill to improve today and set a 15-minute focused practice for tomorrow. Write it down because writing helps it sink in and makes you accountable. While we're on the topic of writing things down, I want to hear from you. Right now, close your eyes and imagine the future you. You've achieved mastery in a particular area of your life. Ask yourself, what does that look like? What do I see, hear, feel, and most importantly, do I see myself doing? Describe that future you in detail. See if you can capture it in a couple of sentences. Okay, open your eyes and let's continue. Moving on to Pillar 3, purpose. Don describes an entrepreneur who launched a successful product but felt unfulfilled. He shifted his focus to creating products that had a positive social impact. This change gave him a sense of purpose, boosting his long-term commitment and satisfaction. So now let's talk about finding your sense of purpose. Ask yourself, why does this matter? Go beyond money, status, or other superficial reasons. Connect your daily tasks to something bigger than yourself. Before starting your workday, remind yourself of the larger impact your work contributes to. Now let's bring this to life with an exercise. Take a moment to clarify your why. Why does achieving this goal matter? Write down the deeper reason. Maybe it's personal growth, helping others, or making a positive impact. Whatever your purpose, link it to the tasks you do daily. By connecting your everyday actions to your greater purpose, you infuse them with meaning. Make it a habit to revisit your purpose statement, especially when facing challenges or feeling unmotivated. Speaking of writing things down, I want to hear from you. Right now, close your eyes and imagine yourself reflecting on a day well lived. You feel a sense of fulfillment and satisfaction knowing that today was important and well spent. Now write down the reason behind one of your current goals. What deeper purpose does it serve in your life? Note it down and circle back to it tomorrow. And now we come to a pivotal point. Let's dive deep into the synergy of all three pillars. When you design your habits and projects to offer freedom, continuous improvement, and meaningful impact, motivation compounds. You become more resilient to setbacks and more energized in your daily tasks. Remember, you don't need all three pillars in every situation. Sometimes autonomy is enough. Other times, mastery or purpose may be the primary driver. The key is to understand your motivations and leverage them consciously. Okay, let's talk about an objection that you might have. You might be thinking, but I need external rewards. Well, here's the thing. Short-term incentives have their place, especially for routine tasks. But for complex tasks and lasting engagement, it's best to focus on these intrinsic drivers. Yes, autonomy, mastery, and purpose. So how do we practically integrate these into our lives? Let's start by incorporating small autonomy choices and linking them to our personal purpose. Over time, this creates a ripple effect. As you experience success, you'll naturally gravitate towards more responsibility and opportunities for mastery and purpose. Before we wrap up, I want to challenge you to take action. Don't just watch this video. Apply the concepts we've discussed today. Start with one small change. Commit to doing one task your own way tomorrow, practicing a skill for 15 minutes, or reflecting on your purpose for 5 minutes. Take action and experience the benefits of intrinsic motivation firsthand. That brings us to the end of our exploration of Drive's 3 pillars of motivation. If you enjoyed this session, show your support by hitting the thumbs up button. Subscribe to our channel for more insightful breakdowns of influential books. Join the conversation in the comments. Share which pillar resonates with you the most and any insights you've gained. It's a roadmap to navigating and succeeding in today's dynamic business environment. Wishing you the very best in your personal and professional journey. Until next time, keep driving towards your goals with autonomy, mastery, and purpose.